Sorry I'm a bit late. You will have noticed that the sheet, the thumbnail said Friday, so I've already started brilliantly. I am wide awake, and I am only running late because the PowerPoint wouldn't do what it was supposed to be doing, but I think I've got it fixed. So hopefully today we're going to be talking about Arithmagons and what Arithmagons are and how they work, and we're going to have a lot of fun. Or if we're not going to have fun, then I will do this face until you do have fun, because it's compulsory today that we all have fun. Lovely to see you all here, and let's get started. Okay, before we get started, we need a starter activity before we can really kick in. So I'm going to go straight into the PowerPoint, and hopefully we're here. Yes, we are. We're doing Arithmagons today, and as you can see, I found a very good song that goes with Arithmagons. It goes This is because last night I walked around my house for about an hour and a half singing nonsense music to try and get Isabella Rose to sleep, because she's been lovely today and yesterday. So I'm a little bit mad, but we're getting on with it. Today's starter, while I say a good morning to everyone who is here, what I would like you to do is I would like you to write down as many pairs of numbers as you can that multiply to make 360. I've chosen 360 because it's a very important number. There are a lot of pairs that make it. I just want you to write one. If you're going to write it in the chat, just write one. Do not try and list them all, because that's not fair, and other people having a chance to answer as well. So write down a pair of numbers. I'm going to go first. 1 times 360. I'm going to type it in the live chat, so I get there first. 1 times 360. I got that one first. And then Sophie stroke Josh has got 94. I think one of them's at school, so it'll be the other one. And while you're doing numbers that multiply to make that, I'm going to say good morning to Harry Sharp. Good morning to Lily. Good morning, Iona. Good morning, Sophie. Josh will be at school. Good morning to Alvie. Good morning, Adeline. Good morning to anyone else who's I've missed. Colette. I think Colette is Stanley. I hope I've got that right. If wrong, I do apologise. Good morning. Anyone else who's here? It's actually me. Good morning, Eddie, as well. 90 times 4 has been claimed by Eddie. 180 times 2 has been claimed by Harry. Adeline's claimed 3 times, I think probably 120, but she's put 2,120. Josh is on a walk. Alicia, 60 times 60, I believe, is 3,600. You may decide to make one. There we go. She's fixed it. Eddie's got 60 times 6 as well, so Alicia and Eddie are going to have to fight over that one. Remember, Eddie, you can only have one. You claim 90 times 4. Well done on you. Aaron is watching today. I do apologise. It's not Stanley. I don't know where I've got Stanley from. Aaron is watching today. I do apologise for that. I don't know where I got Stanley from. 20 times 18 is a brilliant one, Eddie. Eddie's claiming them all. Well done. Let's move straight on. So, going back onto here. So how are you all? I hope you've had a nice weekend. So I've put it briefly on the Facebook group, but I will tell you all now. These videos are going to continue throughout the summer, possibly in the summer holidays as well. We'll wait and see. I might not make it like school type videos. I might make it more activity videos and less of them. But my school teacher has said that from next week, when Year 10 go back, he wants me in for 4 days and then 12 days off to do more videos, because he's quite pleased with the videos I've been doing. So I will try, let's say I'm in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. I'm only in for the morning, but I'll try and make it so there's a video that releases at the right times. So you'll still get a video, but it just won't be the live chat. You'll get a video to do, it just won't have the live chat element to it. Or I'll switch my timings around and do the videos as soon as I get home. But I'll let you know in the next weekend what that's going to happen with that. Obviously, I've got 18 people here, and maybe more if there's more than one person in any other thing, so we will still be carrying on with videos. So, what is an arithmagon? In an arithmagon, the rectangles are the totals of the circles. So you put numbers in the circles, and the numbers in the rectangles are the two circle numbers added together. So, it's easiest to show you this like this. The 12 is the 7 add the 5. It should really be a rectangle in the middle, but the one I've used here is circles in the middle. Don't worry about that. The middle ones would be rectangles, but they're circles to show you what this is. So 5 add 7 makes 12, but 5 add 9 makes 14. And you can see, look, 5 and 7 makes 12. 5 and 9 makes 14. And 7 and 9 makes 16. So that's how the Arithmagons work. So if we do a blank one, you can see, how do we get started on filling in the gaps here? Well, the first thing we know is that 2 and 6 makes 8. So therefore we would write 8 in the middle bit. It would be a rectangle normally, but it's a circle for now. It's still okay if it's a circle. But basically the bit in the middle of the line is the total of the 2 at the end. Now we want to do the 11, but the 11 is like the answer to 6 add something. So we would instead do it as a takeaway. Excuse me. Excuse me, a little bit of a hay fever kicking in at the moment. 11 take 6 is 5. That means we got 5 there. And as soon as we work out the 5, we can now do 5 and 2 make 7. So hopefully you can see how we work those out. Iona, if you press F5, you may be able to refresh completely and the chat will update. Okay. So hopefully that's all working. We'll carry on. So here's a new one. We've got options, but the first one I see is that the 7 and the 5 can be worked together to make 12. So we'll do that. Then I've got an answer, so I'm going to need to do a takeaway, not an add. Because from the answer, I'm going to do 13 take away 7 gives me the answer 6. Now I've got the two corners. 6 and 5 makes 11. For this one, I'm going to leave it on there. We haven't got any starting numbers. We've only got answers. There may be more than one solution to this. Just leave that with you. There may be more than one solution. These are the totals. If we add them all together, we get 44. 44 divided by 2 is 22. And so we're going to do 22 take away 15 tells us the top one is 7. Let's just go through that again. The method is, there won't be more than one answer because of the 15 at the bottom. We add all the numbers together. This is quite more advanced. We add all the numbers together. So 18, 11 and 15. That tells us the total of all the answers is 44. However, every answer here has been included twice. That 11 features in 2 different answers. The 18 features in 2 different numbers. The 15 is 2 different numbers. So we have to divide it by 2 to see what the numbers are around the edge. But we know that the bottom 2 numbers add to make 15. So we know that the numbers around the edge make 22. That's because if you add all the middle numbers together and divide by 2, you get 22. If we now take away the 15, we get left with 7 at the top. Now it's just a case of going, okay, 18 take 7. Or we could do it with 22 take away 18 is 4, but we could do it the other way around as well. We could also do 11 take 7 is 4. And we can also do 22 take away 11 is 11. And that's how that one's solved. Okay, just checking how that one works. So, Alvi, there is no point you shouting what with lots of exclamation marks. It's not useful at all. Okay? So, this is... I need you to ask a question and I'll happily answer it. So, in this one, what we did, let's go back. We went, well, the total of all the numbers in the middle is 44. But every edge number has been used twice. Because, for example, let's say the top number was used in the 18 and used in the 11. So because it's been used twice, we have to divide by 2. What we've now found out is that the corner numbers add up to 22. So if we want to know what each one is, we have to take away the opposite number. So we're going to take away the 15, take away the 18, and take away the 11. And it lets us find out the numbers. This is more advanced, but don't worry. Let's just think about what this one is. Feel free to pause the video and have a go at it yourself. but I'm going to go through it anyway. But feel free to pause the video and have a go at it. But if we add them all together, we get 76. Divide it by 2 is going to be 38. That means the edge numbers make 38. So if I take away each number, so if I take away the 27 from 38, I think this is going to leave us with 11. Yep. If I take away the 25, it's going to leave us with 13. Yep. And just to check, 13 add 11 is 24, so we're right. And then 38 take away 24 is 14. And so that's how you finish it off. Okay, so that's more advanced. That's maybe for the year 6s among you, but it's okay to be struggling with things. It's okay, I've got different difficulties. Let's go through it one more time. We found the total of all the numbers. Because every corner features in 2 different totals, we divided it by 2. We then took away each number one at a time, and because 27 is the total of the 2 bottom numbers, by taking it away, we're left with just the top number. So we can get 11, we can get 13, and we can get 14. So here we have a forwards one and a backwards one. The forwards ones are easier. If you're year 3 or 4, it might be a good idea to start with the forwards ones. Just write in the numbers in the square, in the rectangles, that are the gap, that are the 2 numbers around the edge added together. Okay? And then on the backwards one, it's what I've just explained to you. You have to add them all up, divide by 2, and then take away the opposite numbers. You choose which one you'd prefer to work on. If you're year 3 or 4, maybe you just want to do the forwards ones. If you're year 5 or 6, feel free to do forwards, but you could challenge yourselves to the backwards one if that's what you'd prefer. Have a go at them and see if you can work out what the numbers are. Okay? And then I will flip over and show you how to work them out. Okay, how are we getting on? Feel free, if you're not watching this live, feel free to pause it and have a go. I am going to head straight over to here, and it was 6, 9, 13. 6, 9, 13. 6, 9, 13. So, we've got, for those people doing this one, oh, that's not very thick, is it? 6, 9, 13. So if you've done it around the edge one, the forwards one, we add them together, and I think you get 24. 2. Mr. Harris. Good morning to Mr. Harris's maths. 6 and 9 is 15. And 9 and 13 makes 22. So that's the numbers if you've done it that way round. Then, if you've done it the other way round, which was 6, 9, and was it 15? 6, 9, 13. We need to add them all together. So 6 add 9 add 13 makes, that's 15, 28. Then we do 28, take away the opposite one. So here's the opposite one. To there. So 28 take away 13. Oh, Mr. Harris. 28 take away 13 means that's going to be 15. And then there's 2 ways to do it from here. We can carry on doing 28 takeaways. So we would get 22 and 19. So I could do it that way. But you can also do 15. Oh. That must have gone wrong. What's Mr. Harris done wrong there? 28 minus 13 makes 50. Oh! Mr. Harris must have messed up somehow. How's Mr. Do you know what he did? He forgot to halve it! Mr. Harris forgot to halve it! Silly Mr. Harris. Who was supposed to be reminding him? Because the first thing you have to do, once you've added them all together, is divide by 2. Because they feature in 2 different answers. So because every edge number's in 2 answers, it will be counted twice if we're not careful. So, we divide by 2 and get 14, Mr. Harris. 14 minus 13 is 1. 14 minus 6 is 8. And 14 minus 9 is 5. I really wish you would wake up and pay attention, Mr. Harris. There we go. Remember, making mistakes is good. This is how we learn. So I'm not ashamed at all of making a mistake. It's a shame it's on live video, but it doesn't matter. Making mistakes is important. Okay? Well done, Sophie, for pointing out that I was supposed to halve it. And hopefully you all saw that. Iona, the forwards one is just add the edge numbers to. We're going to do another one. Let's do another one anyway. So we're going to go straight over here. And we've got another forwards one and another backwards one. 28, 19 and 13. 28, 19 and 13. Remember, you can pause the video here and choose whether you want to do forwards or backwards. Iona, to do the forwards ones, the edge numbers add together to make the middle number that's between them. Therefore, 28 add 19 will find you the number that goes in the gap. Okay? 28 add 19 will find the number that goes in the rectangle that's between them. So for the forwards one, you're just going to add the numbers on the corners together to find the numbers that are between them. Okay? Alvi, I'm struggling to know what your question is. You've not done anything wrong. I'm struggling because it just says yes, everything, haha, not. I don't know what that means. Can you change your wording of your question so I know how to help you? You're not in any trouble. You're not doing anything wrong. It's just I'm a bit tired this morning, so I'm trying to follow what I'm supposed to be doing to help. 28, 19, 13. 28, 19, 13. So let's do another one of these, and what I can do, I believe, is do all of these, take them away. 28, 19, 13. So Iona was asking about, first of all, the 28, 19, 13. So Iona was asking about those. Do we add that one and that one together to get 41 in that space? 28 and 19 add together to make 47 in that space. And 13 and 19 add together to make 32. So that's how that one works, Iona. I hope that works. I hope that makes sense to you. And then 28, 13, 19. On the inside, 28, 19, 13. Remember, if I've put these in the wrong place, you can always turn it's a triangle, so you can turn it round. So it's not a problem if I've written these numbers in the different place to the ones on the original screen, which I don't think I have. But we now go through our system for working them out. Remember, every number gets used twice, so we're going to need to do a half once we've added them all together. So we've got 28 plus 19 plus 13. Let's just do a quick mental math. That's 22. I think that makes 50, which is a nice total. I like that. 50 divided by 2. Oh, Mr. Harris, it doesn't make 50. It makes 60. Is 3. Because that's 32 plus 28 is 60. Is 30. So we're now going to do 30 take away 28, 30 take away 19, and 30 take away 13. Remember, we have to do all of those three to find. So the 30 take away 28 will tell us that that one is 2. 30 take away 19 is 11, so that one must be 11. And finally, that one makes 17. Now, the thing I would always now do is check. Is 11 and 17 28? Yes. Is 17 and 2 19? Yes. Is 11 and 2 13? Yes. So it works. And that's how that works. Now, heading back to my PowerPoint. This is a challenge for you, as well as the worksheet that's below. This is like a forwards and backwards thing. So you want to see which of them can work and which ones can't work. So what you need to do, if you were to go after the video finishes, or if you're coming to this late, so let's say you're not watching this live, if you pause the video here, try this. It may be that some don't work. Remember, the question doesn't say, do these as backwards arithmagons. It says, which ones of these could work? So you need to add them all together and then divide by 2. Now, I will give you a clue. I don't think that it's going to be asking you any involved decimal places. It might do, but I don't think it will. So if that adds up to an odd number, when you then have to divide by 2, I think you've already found that it won't work. So that suggests to me that B might not work because it adds the total of those numbers is 21. And I think if it was 10.5, it would be quite horrible to try and work out what they all are. But I might be wrong. It's still worth giving it a try. So A through to G, feel free to have a go at those. So that is how to do the Arithmagons work. There are the edge ones, so year 3 and 4, it's just add the corners together to find the numbers in the middle. As you get a bit older and you want to try something harder, find the middle numbers, it's because they feature twice we have to halve them. Because they feature from both the going the right direction and the left direction. So that's how that all works. So your challenge for today is to complete the Arithmagons worksheet. I also have a taskmaster for this week. I've got some lovely water parks which will be featuring in my lessons over the next few days. Before the lesson starts, I'll show you off some of the water parks. They are brilliant. If you've got your water park and you never send it to me, get mum or dad or carer to email that to me or send it on Facebook. I'd love to see some more water parks. But this week's taskmaster challenge is the best pasta picture. What picture can you make out of pasta? So best pasta picture wins. Best pasta picture. Okay. It's not a drawn picture of some pasta. It is making a picture entirely out of pasta. I'll let you go away and do that for as much as you want. So I have been Mr. Harris. You haven't. I hope you've enjoyed today. I look forward to seeing you all on Wednesday. Some of you will join us tomorrow for the year 5 to 9 stuff. The timetable is now out on Facebook, but I will also add it onto this channel as well, so you can get the timetable and feel free to save that picture somewhere. I'm in the process this week of trying to set up a website as well, so you've got searchable by topic and different resources and worksheets and things so that you can all find it from a website. But for the moment, look after yourselves. Take care. I hope you've learned something about Arithmagons today. I have. Take care of yourselves and have a good day.